Lo chef italiano Gualtiero Marchesi diceva che la cucina è chimica intuitiva, spetta allo chef farla diventare arte. Che cosa ne pensi di questo?
Galtiero, ¿no? Un mito, ¿no? De la cucina. È vero, si tu fatto un uovo fritto, no? Un uovo originale dopo un uovo fritti è differente, ok? Passa qualcuna cosa. E hi ha una cosa che è che lo chef, no? È molto importante di tu sapere che passa con la cosa, ma questo per me non è senza, no? È il cuoco, no? Se io ho fatto una maionese e fa l'emulsione, io come cuoco I need to know, no? Why, this emulsion goes well, okay? And I think that now, no, or not now, 10 years ago or 15 years ago starts, no, the problematic about science in kitchen and all of that, no. But it's not for us. It's not to if you use chantana or alginate or you use a chering to make a ball. This is science, no, because it's the same that if you put oil and water, and the thing is to know what happened in kitchen, why an egg, if you put temperature, belongs hard, why an emulsion is stable or not, why a gelatin, if you put more gelatin, it's harder than if you put less. So, and it's the same than if you know that to have a very crunchy friture, you need that the oil is in a high temperature, Okay. So, but now, when chefs, ask for this kind of things, people say, "Oh, it's science." No, I think that in our office, if you are a chef, if you know why happens the thing, you can.
You can change it.
Yeah,
you can
it's
control.
this.
So do you think that the modern chef has to have a chemistry, physics preparation, has to have studies, or he just can try?
No, I ever say that if you if you know a lot, it's better for a chef. But in geography, in science, in English, writing in a computer, all that is better when you cook, because you have more culture.
Okay.
And you can think more, if you are a person that knows a lot about, for example, about vegetables, when you are going to cooking a vegetable, you will have more prepared your head to cook it, because you know more about the product. It's the same like here, no? Here we come to cook with mozzarella. But if you want to be a chef that cooks a dish with mozzarella and you know how and why you make it, you need to know how mozzarella is done, because it's a cheese very, very different than the others,
Yes. You and your colleagues have done specific studies of chemistry in your education. Are there specific studies in chemistry, physics? Which is your education background?
Working. No, we study, but normal. We study in the school of chef, but normal.
You come from the big school of Eboli.
Yeah, we were the head chef of Albulli during 16 years. And we discovered the espherification, the gelatins, and all of that. So, and when we make it, we need to ask to scientifics why happens this, because we make it in the first time and we don't know exactly how it works. And I remember that in 2003, when we make the first espherification, we only can make it with green peas, with melon juice, with liquids, no acids, no alcohol. No, but after when we ask to the scientists and we have the comprehension that why it happens, we can be better, and now you can make espherifications of alcohol, lime juice, whatever you want. And it's that because if you don't ask to other persons, you can learn. You can learn by yourself, but it's a long time. If you have to no, if you don't have teacher in your life, you become old and you are not so clever. You know, it's that.
You have talked in your presentation of this new machine that you have bought from Korean people,
Yeah.
and that they use usually for the 100 years egg. I suppose that in this machine you can have the Maillard reaction. As I have seen, you get this cauliflower, which is nigra, which is black, and so is a long time at high temperature. So let me know something about this machine. How do you discover, and how do you think to use in your cuisine?
We discovered the machine because a Korean enterprise that is Sempio, no? that we have a very good relation. No? That Sempio is an enterprise that makes products with soya that we use in the restaurant. So we have a close relation, and they give us like a present because it's a machine that people has at home to make home cooking, because in Korea it's very important healthy, and this machine has a lot of programs to make a healthy food, cook rice, nutritional soups, herbs, to cook the ginseng that for Koreans
It's
are very
our
important.
Thermomix came with KitchenAid.
Yeah, but with temperature.
Natural.
And they make the black egg too. And what's this machine? This machine it's a cooking machine that makes a pressure, so it's like a pressure
Machine.
cooker, but you have programs that are very, very exact, and after you can try the temperature and the time. In case of this black cauliflower, we use a program that in Korea people use to make the black egg, that for they are very, very, very common, okay? But we make with cauliflower. And this, in this case, there is Maillard because now we are studying very good the machine to, is this, no? We make the cauliflower, but we want to know why becomes black, and if there is not Maillard directly, why this when you eat it's black but it's not burned. And now we are making the studies with the university. And yeah, there is Maillard because there are 4 or 5 hours in the process that it's in 111 degrees, more or less. But it's
Not constant.
it's not constant in this case.
And which is the pressure? Do you know? Inside.
The pressure it's 1.5. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And I want to leave you with the last 2 questions. The first one is, which is the most important chef today that use more science in his cooking, in his restaurant. I know that Ferran Adrià is not cooking at this moment formally because the restaurant is not open anymore, but is always your reference, I imagine. But somebody else?
No, I think that there are a lot of chefs today that not using science, that they use the knowledge. No, that they are making studies about things that they are interested on. No? But because it's the same that, no? Or what is the difference, no, between a chef that studies, for example, to look for the original tomato, that was in his village 300 years ago, for example, or chefs that are studying one bacteria. It's in conceptual way it's the same, but I think that chefs, there are so many chefs in the world nowadays that they are very, very interested in a lot of things. Okay, it's not just for me. It's not that chefs that study or chefs that are interested in science make the certification and all of that. Modernist cuisine, no. Maybe you are studying a lot why a piece of meat of a traditional stock it's soft, and this is science. So nowadays I think that there are so many chefs around all the world that are studying a lot different things. For example, here, no, in Italy, there are chefs that study mozzarella, pasta, parmigiano.
Yes. Our traditional product to know what happened.
Is this and this is science.
Last questions. A book about science and cooking that you have read and that you would recommend to a young chef.
A book to recommend.
To a young chef.
There are a lot of books, but maybe I recommend all the books of Albulli.
Okay.
But from 94 to the last
2011.
one, 2011. But just for one thing, because people think there are so many young chefs that things that make creativity or make modern things is making an error and a certification. And this is not to be creative. You can be creative with just one product and one knife. And it's very important to know that, no? And it's very important that before you make an certification, you have to make or to know to make cook pasta, make fresh pasta, because to be a chef is cooking, know the product, cooking, and eat a lot. And you need to have culture, because if not, there is one problem that you go to a restaurant and the chef say, "Oh, I make one thing very, very new that it's," because they don't know that maybe 20 years ago it's done. So it's very important to study, read, and to be curious. Because if you don't know about one thing, you don't know it.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time and for your work.
You're welcome.